Hello guys, this is Abhishek. Welcome back to the YouTube video tutorials. Today we're going to talk about a simple example, but before that I would like to tell you something. That is, we have designed a website called www.infologs.in where you can get all the videos posted on YouTube channels, okay, specifically for web boostings, right? This is the web boosting channel, and we have uploaded all the tutorials, as you guys already know, because you're following these channels, and thank you for that. A very big thank you for that. Okay, and I'm getting a huge email from you guys that like you want to demo applications on this particular topics, and please keep sending this kind of emails, or also comment on the videos. If you like, then please share with your friends, okay, so the knowledge get transformed to one people to another. Okay, and this is the website infologs.in where you can get all the video tutorials. Whatever you will see in this channel, you will get on infologs.in. So you guys do not need to find or search videos on YouTube. You just come on infologs.in and you will get the category wise all video tutorials, as well as we have also uploaded some examples of, currently we are supporting only Android and iOS related examples, right? So you guys can find out and download all the iOS related and Android related applications from this website. Okay, here you will get all the coding and step-by-step executions and the explanations why we are doing here. Okay, so this is the best, I think this is the best one to the developers, right? So coming back to the topic, okay, what we have discussed today. Okay, today we want to discuss a very simple thing. Okay, one beginner's developer asking me how we can add a drop down inside the grid view. So I have created a simple example. Here we have a grid and we have some fields, and whenever I click on edit button, okay, England should automatically load inside the drop down, and it will get automatically selected. For example, I have a lot of country in my drop down. If you notice, India, Australia, US, New Zealand and England, okay, but whenever I click on edit button, the England get automatically selected. Okay, if I click on Australia, the Australia will get selected. If I click on US, the US get selected. Okay, this is the basic example. Okay, now let's turn to the code, what we have done for the code. But before that, we need a database. Okay, so I hope you guys know that how to add a database inside the ASP.NET applications and all that, so I am not explaining all that things here. If you want to learn, just go to my previous videos, you will get all the details about that. Okay, and one more thing, I haven't focused on the code in this example, coding structures. If you want to do the coding structures properly, or if you want to make your applications properly code wise, then please visit my existing video tutorials. You will get 2-tier architectures, 3-tier architectures. Okay, so here I am just explaining how we can load a drop down inside the grid view. Okay, first of all, what I have done, we have dragged a drop down from our toolbox to here, and after that we have before that we needed to talk about the database. Here my database is details, and we have a two table. One is registration and the other is country. Okay, in registration table we have a registration ID, first name, last name, address, city, state and country ID. This this country ID is a foreign key, okay, which is connecting to this table TBL country, and we have a country ID and country name. Suppose if you see in this table, we have some 5 countries: India, Australia, US, New Zealand, and England, right? And in the registrations, we have some registration data like 3 records, and we are specifying the country ID here. Okay, this is referencing to this table. Suppose if we set to 1, then suppose we have set here 1, then this means 1 means the India. Okay, this way we are referencing this, right? So I think you guys can understand table registration and table country. Okay, now coming back to the ASPX page. Okay, here what we have done, the most important is after drag and drop of this control grid view, we have goes inside the edit template. Okay, but here you will get a different columns. Okay, but whenever you drag and drop and goes into the edit template, you will not find all these columns. Why? First of all, you have to add that columns to this grid. So here first point is edit columns. You have to add all the template fields like ID, first name, last name, city, country, and last one is edit row. Okay, just specify its header text like ID, first name, last name, and then click on OK, and keep auto generate fields off. If we click on OK, you will see the ID, first name, last name, address, city, pin code, and all this stuff. Okay, now what we have to do, we have to add these labels and text boxes to each and every row. For that we need to click on edit template. Okay, here you will see all the columns wise details. So first of all, I would like to click on ID column. Okay, I know this ID cannot be changed, so here on item template I am adding a label, and in edit item template also I am adding a label. Okay, if I click on edit bindings, here I have specified what kind of columns data I want to load in this label. So here I want to add a registration ID. This is the bind function, this is the inbuilt functions, so you don't need to worry about these functions. Just write this bind registration ID. Okay, and the same way I'm also adding here in edit item template. Okay, so first of all I would like to tell you what is item template and what is edit item template. Okay, so if you see the example here, this is the item template. Okay, and if I click on edit, this one is edit item template. Okay, now I think you get the idea. If you see the simple data, the first data, that is the item template, and after I want to switch the labels to the text boxes, that is the edit item template, right? As soon we have a different columns to header, footers, and alternate item templates. Okay, we are not talking about that, right? So here I have configured my first ID column, and now we're gonna configure the second first name. Okay, for the item template I have again loaded a label and assigned the bind first name. First name is the column name, okay, which we have created in database. And this is the text box, and again I have binded the first name as soon. Okay, just follow the steps to all the columns, but not for the last. Okay, cause we need to load a drop down here. So what we have done for the label, the same way, country name, and for drop down I have nothing with it, no edit bindings, no source, nothing. I have just dragged and dropped, because we will load the data inside the drop down by coding. Okay, but before that I have loaded a label with the country ID, because we need to know what country is going to select in this drop down. So we have done with the template. Just close edit template. Okay, now let's coming back to the code. So first of all, we have loaded two namespaces, system.data and system.data.sql client. Some variables we have declared. Okay, on page load we have fired a query, that is select star from registration in a join table country on registration.country id equals to table.country id. It will fetch all the data, and all the data will provide it to the grid view. So we will see this kind of information. 1 Abhishek, Pedre, Surat, Gujarat, India, and edit. Right? Okay. And now, whenever we click, okay, what is this link button? Okay. Let's coming back to the grid. And if we edit template, in the last column, we put some link buttons. Okay, here. This is the edit button and this is the update button. If I click on edit, so we loaded a click event, and same for the update, we have also the click event for the link buttons, right? So whenever user clicks on an edit button, we want to switch the item template to edit item template, right? This one is the item template, and if we click on the edit item template, we need to switch to the edit item template. So how we can do that? So first of all, we need to find a grid view row. Okay, now what is grid view row? So if you notice the first row, this is called the grid view row, the second one and third one, right? But if you notice, whenever I click on the edit button, only single row converts to the edit item template, right? And the other one is as it is. That means the others are an item template, right? So we need to provide an index to the particular row, of the particular row, right? So automatically the grid view will convert for the single row to edit item template, right? So first of all, I have to find the grid view on the basis of link button. Okay, and what is link button? We will get it from the object sender. Okay, whenever user clicks on the link button, we will get the sender and its event arguments. From the sender, we are finding its naming container and converting it to the grid view row. Okay, and we are telling to the grid that grid view 1.edit index should be this row index, right? And after that, just fill the grid view, so it will automatically load that particular row to the edit item template. If you click here, you'll find this. You'll click here, you'll find this. Okay, now whenever you clicked on, okay, the other thing is how we can load this data to the dropdown, because here I haven't written any code for the dropdown, right? For that we have to use the row data bound, right? This is the event where whenever GridView tries to bind the data to the row, this events will fire. Okay, so here first of all I have checked the row state, and the row state should be in edit mode. Okay, so then I have fetched the country, all the countries from the table, and then find the drop down. How can I find the drop down? From the E, that means the event arguments, e.row.find controls, and I have find the drop down list. Okay, and the current selected country, that means which country is currently selected. For example, here is the India. Okay, and for India we have, I think, ID 1. Okay, so we have loaded the ID. If I click on edit button, you will find a label just beside the drop down. Okay, this is the label. Okay, I think we have set it to the visible false, so it will not show here, right? So just I have find that label here, label 9, and after the DS we are assigning DS to the DP1, that is drop down list 1, and giving the value field and text field, and after that we are asking to the drop down that please make selected value which we have loaded into the label. That means if there is a India, then the India will get automatically selected by this line. Okay, so here whenever I load the data, if I click on edit button, it will automatically load the data here and the country will get automatically selected. Okay, now let's talk about the update. If I set to US and I'll update some data here and then click on update button, the data will get automatically saved. The data should be saved into the database. If I click on save, yes, the data is saved, but how does it perform inside the backend? So here is my code. On the link button 2, that means the update link button, we have find again the same way, naming container, we have find the grid view, we have find in all the text boxes and the drop down, right? And here I have fired the update query, so it will automatically update all my details to my database, and then we have set back to the item templates from edit item template, and we have filled the grid view, right? So here whenever you click on edit button, it will load the data. If you see, if it changed back to the England, it automatically changes, and all the stuffs is performed inside the database. Okay, so whatever you changes here, the data, the updates automatically saved into the database. Okay, now let's add one more thing. We want a cancel button here after update. Okay, suppose I want to cancel these additions, so I'll click on a cancel button. So what we can do for that, just here I'll load a link button and name it cancel, right? And on the cancels click event, just double click it, you will get the click event. On the cancel click event, we will set this code. Okay, we do not want any edit template active, so I'll assign it -1 and just refill the grid. So now just reload the data, click on edit. Oops, we need to run the application. Click on edit, you'll see the cancel button, click on cancel, it will get cancelled. Right guys? Okay, if you think, okay, and one more thing, one more good news I would like to share with you guys. The web boosting channel has crossed 4,000 subscribers, and this is because of you guys. You are watching these videos, you are liking these videos, you are liking the web boostings channel, and even if you are talking about this channel on the Facebook, on my Facebook page. Okay, this is the page where you can like, and you can check the latest updates. So just need your help for this to grow more and more and more, so everybody can get help related to programming video tutorials. Okay, and if you have any questions, you can also write us on Tech News on Infologs, right? So a big thank you for this success to crossing the subscribers over 4,000. Okay, and take care guys. Try to invent something more, try to learn something new, and this is Abhishek signing off. We'll see you in the next videos. Till then, bye bye.